Welcome back to Central Coast Disc Golf. This is the conclusion of the 2023 Mid-America Open at Harmony Bends. I'm Nate Perkins, Perks of Disc Golf, here with Holland Handley. Holland, we got a Mandujano Scoggins Fajkus battle brewing.
Yeah, I mean, Alexis so far has snagged the lead and held on to it, but she's got Owen Scoggins 1 stroke back, Lisa Fajkus 2 strokes back. We've got Kat Merch and Valerie Mandujano on the chase and third cards making a push as well. It's going to be pretty exciting. This back nine is tough. Lots of opportunities to score, but also lots of opportunities to take massive numbers.
Yeah, and this is a Disc Golf Pro Tour Silver Series event. Owen has one. Lisa has one. Alexis has not yet won on the Pro Tour.
That is correct. So this would be, first time win for Alexis Mandujano.
Yeah, big moment.
Yeah, we've got hole number 10, par 5, 936 feet. We've got a big downhill booming tee shot off to start, and then you're going to want to push something up the right side most likely. Lots of different gaps. Just want to make some forward advancement on that second shot. And then for this third shot, ideally you're throwing this backhand hyzer line where the drone is flying into a relatively slow green. There's quite a bit of sand up there. It's possible to just throw it pretty hard and commit it and let the disc just dig in. And Lisa kind of pulls this to the right side, tickles some branches, but she's down in the fairway.
Oh, it's air bouncing.
Yeah,
what a bounce.
Really weird because there's like no wind.
Yeah. What'd you throw right there?
That was my flippy force.
Cool.
Trying to get it over into that left side fairway, but that last tree kind of blocks me. And Owen going back to this chop sider, and we saw her do in rounds 1 and 2.
Using the full fairway right there.
Yeah, maybe gets a little lucky on those left side trees. And Alexis leaving this one out to the left side, but that late flip. Really nicely done. She's right in the middle of the fairway.
Lisa going curl here.
Yeah, tagged some leaves, but she got pretty far up the fairway.
Lisa's another one of those players that will kind of pick a disc and kind of stick to it, and she's been loving that curl from Lone Star.
Yeah, I've seen several of the FPO players from Lone Star throwing that curl. And Alexis taking that wide hyzer line. This is the pretty ideal line. Gives you the most ceiling room to work with. I'm kind of awkwardly tucked into these trees.
Oh, you could hear that disc come on your hand.
Yeah, a little whoosh.
That was sweet.
A little low, but we got plenty way, a good way up the fairway, so we'll have something to work with. Lisa going that same curl, I think.
I think staying in the air nice.
Yeah. This is such a tricky one if you're a little bit out of position because the ceiling is low, but the ground, if you're throwing onto grass, it's very thick and it doesn't want to skip. And Alexis just played the hole perfectly.
Yeah, dropping that birdie in.
Exactly what you want to do.
Well, these mics are just picking up everything right now, Holland. Those discs sound really cool come out of your hand.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a little lucky through the trees there, so I'll have a look at a birdie still. Let me sit. And that looks pretty perfect from Owen. We got a leaner, although not on the basket.
So Owen's going to have that for her birdie to stay one back of Alexis.
From just outside circle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Floated it.
Struggling with the height earlier, and this time we just sailed it over. Owen's got some wacky footing.
Yeah, interesting to see her choose to go around like this. Oh.
Owen's so good at putting. Oh my gosh.
Look at her walking that down too. She's a killer.
Yeah.
You know, she really is a sweet person, but I feel like there's a killer in there.
Ooh, air ball from Lisa inside the circle. I've got a little work to do after sailing my putt. But yeah, like you were saying, Scoggins, she's got that killer instinct. She sees Alexis parked right there, and that's only going to increase the likelihood that she bangs that putt.
And there were just 4 birdies on this hole in the final round, and that was 2 of them right there, Owen and Alexis.
Yeah, good comeback putt from Lisa. Taking a bogey. She will drop back now 4 strokes from the lead. Hole 11 is a 522-foot par 4. You'll see most of the field going for this right gap that the drone's going to fly. You'll want to throw kind of a pushing hyzer, get just right of this trees, and hyzer just in front of this tree, right where the drone's going, and then if you hyzer out to the left side, you'll have a bit of a forehand line. If you stay pretty straight, you have this straight shot. With forehand, backhand, whatever you can get through that gap. There's also a turnover line off the tee. You got options. It's kind of another one of those figure 8 patterns, very John Houck style.
Yeah, it's kind of like a bomb and scramble hole too. You get distance and then you work with what you've got.
Yeah, exactly. We see Owen taking this hyzer gap. Little inside, but she gets around most of the left side trees.
Oh, just skirts it.
Beautiful. Alexis takes the same line, but she'll be a little bit more right. She might have to go that right side gap. And I'm going this turnover line, leaving that just a little bit low, but still get a decent bit of distance. I'll be kind of in the trees. Lisa also going that wide line. This looks a little bit pulled. She needs to get sneaky.
She does.
And she does.
She'll have that straight gap.
This is a kind of a tricky spot from Owen. She's going flex sidearm.
No, she's not.
No.
She's going flex sidearm. Oh, and she's going flex sidearm with a bullseye.
I guess it's tricky for most people, but
Yeah.
for Owen, that's just her bread and butter shot.
She was looking at it like, ooh,
It's like, oh.
I know what to throw. The same shot.
Same shot I throw everywhere else. And Lisa kind of leaks that one out onto the left. And I've got this Anheuser sidearm line with my zone.
That was pretty. Just like away from your body.
Alexis doesn't quite get the distance on this one. She'll have to work for it with Owen Scoggins parked.
Here we go. Oh, that's so good, Alexis.
Ice in the veins, man. She's not giving Owen anything.
She's not surprised by that make.
No, she was calm the whole day. She would, throw a good shot and then go right back to just chit-chatting. Didn't seem to be too bothered by the pressure at all. And I'm in for the birdie. I'm going to say the couple of times I've played with Alexis, I've been really impressed by her mental game, whether she's playing well or playing poorly. She kind of has that same stoic, reminds me a little bit of Kristen. Moving on to hole 12, a par 3, 320 feet. Just whatever you can throw nice and dead straight. Personally, I think kind of working something a little bit to the right is ideal once you get out of that gap. And then having something kind of work back to the fairway. There is this kind of fake out hill just in front of the basket. So you'll see a lot of really good shots come up short because they'll kind of snag the front side of that hill. And then you do have a slightly elevated pin on this kind of second mound back here. See Owen going to that flex shot. Needs this to hook up. She'll be about 25 feet.
There you go, girl. Beautiful. Yeah, keep going.
And Owen's first to root on her competitor's shots.
Yeah, after Alexis had some struggles on this hole yesterday, Owen was the first one to congratulate her for making the correction today. And I like Owen's line, so I'm going to copy her with my buzz.
That buzz looks great flying. Shout out to Throw Joe's.
Lisa trying to do that right moving shot as well, but snags that last tree.
Oh, dang.
And she knew that one right out of the hand was too overturned. This Alexis, knowing Owen's got a pretty short putt for the birdie.
Yeah, similar distance here.
And
Back to
just
back?
cashes another one.
Damn.
3 in a row. Alexis Mandujano came to play today. It almost looked like that tree just jumped out and smacked her disc down.
Oh, yeah. Buzz birdie. Hey, we're back to even on the round.
Finally back to even on the round. took most of the rest of the day, but we got there. Yeah, good putt there from Lisa. Unfortunate bogey. She'll drop now 7 off of the lead.
No.
Yeah.
That was right side, but just 2 right, huh?
Yeah, I feel like that's one that sometimes the basket will catch. It kind of was 50-50 on the rim, and just enough of the weight was on the outside of the basket that it kind of flopped out. Quick leaderboard check-in. Alexis Mandujano now has a 2-stroke lead. Kat Murch is 6 down, and she's moved up into a tie for 3rd place.
Pretty good.
Shooting a crazy good round.
Billy Rossini and I go back to 2007, I believe. Billy was one of the guys that was actually sponsored in Charlotte by Innova. He said, hey, here's my product, and I was already in. All the scoring that we do in our sport now is all digital. Having some sort of backup power source is gonna be really important. We feel that it's good quality product. And having a stash pack that holds the cable that connects to any device, it just works. It's not just my business partner, it's my friend. And so that's why this thing really works for me.
At Discraft, we don't wait to see what the future holds. We build it. The future is in your hands.
Up next, we've got hole 13 as a par 4, 547 feet. Going to throw either a turnover backhand or some kind of sidearm out into this open field. We've got OB lining the entire left side and back side of this fairway. If you can get your shot to land about here, you've then got a very tricky second shot, either over or under this leaned over tree into this pretty scary green. I mean, you do have the OB on the left side and around the back side. Yeah, very tricky hole. Not a whole lot of birdies. I don't believe we've had a birdie yet. And if we notice, we have a tree that has fallen over during the thunderstorm on the previous day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of trees dropping here in Columbia. Oh, kind of held on to that one. That needs a swing.
Yeah,
And that looks.
I thought that was good.
Looks good.
But actually, it is a couple feet OB. Really hard to tell where that
Yeah,
OB line is exactly. I thought that was perfect.
That line is faint.
Yeah, Owen going for the flex line, keeping it a little bit more inside. Lisa also going just for an easy little forehand hyzer.
zone here. It's pitching this one up.
Yeah, I don't have an angle, really. I had to take it quite a ways back up the fairway. And zone's probably the thing I feel the most comfortable scrambling with, so I'm just trying to get around the corner. I was pretty bummed about that tee shot, not gonna lie. I thought I nailed it. But
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Can't even see that it's OB from the tee.
yeah, and I just got back to even, too.
Yeah.
See Lisa also pitching around the corner.
So Own deciding whether she's going to go low or high here on this down tree. Going right over the top of it.
Yeah, that's pretty perfect. She'll have a look.
Yeah, it's about as good as we've seen in 2.
Yeah, I mean, we've only had a handful of people even make it into circle 2. Alexis just squares that bent over tree.
Oh no. Oh, did that go a B? I think it stopped short.
Yeah, you're right. She's safe, but 2 tree hits in a row. And potentially, depending on whether Owen makes this putt or not, she could lose 2 strokes. Just like that. Oh, dude. Yeah, I just fluffed that one.
Little self-dude talk.
Yeah, a little frustrated there.
Oh, nice little nose up spinner from Lisa.
Yeah, perfect touch. Yeah, and that little softed approach is going to cost me another stroke. I'll be walking away with a double.
Own for birdie. Oh.
Tickles those left side chains, but not to be.
Oh, in this hole.
Yeah, and she knew what that would have meant for the scores. I'm sure she was looking. Alexis staying calm and confident. Keeps it to just a single bogey.
Yeah, that putt was to tie things up.
Mm-hmm. Lisa just tapping in her par. Things are getting interesting here on hole 14. It's a par 3, 280 feet. Most players, if you've got the sidearm, you're going to throw a sidearm through this small gap, probably out wide to the left side of where the drone is actually flying. It's hard to get a whole lot of skip if you happen to land in the grass, so you're looking to get something to the wood chips and skip it up to the pin.
Sets up great for the flex.
Yeah, and Owen getting a little more aggressive, actually kind of taking an inside line. And she'll be right at the edge of circle. Lisa challenging that ceiling, which is what you have to do if you actually want to get into the circle, but unfortunately that twig kind of takes some power off of the disc.
Yeah, that'll be a big difference. Alexis overturned this yesterday. She's kind of done the same. That's not going to skip out of that grass.
No, yeah, a little too low, a little too much turn, like you said.
You going wide?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, juiced it.
Yeah,
Okay.
calling for the skip, but that's about where I've been landing. I
That's a
figure,
good spot.
yeah, I figure better to play for the long putt than to potentially hit a tree. Good up and down from Alexis. Yeah, once again, just online, hitting it off the cage.
Yeah, nice and flat, too.
Yeah, at least I think kind of having to contend with that tree a little bit. Didn't quite give that the run that she wanted to. Owen for birdie.
Oh, we have a tie ball game.
Bashed.
Owen just one of 5 birdies on the 14th.
Yep, just a couple of par cleanups for the rest of us. Moving right along to hole 15 is a par 54, 524 feet. You want to throw something straight out of this gap as far as you can. Maybe get it a little bit to the right. Placement is everything here. If you are too far away from the landing zone, you won't have a line up into this very, very elevated green. You're going to throw some kind of straight backhand hyzer, most likely, that's going to push up this hill and hopefully skip up to these wood chips and give you a look at birdie. Owen going back to this flex sidearm. She's a little bit left of the ideal landing zone, but she may be far enough back that she still has a line.
Yeah, she might be forced to throw the backhand up the hill versus the forehand, which I think she would prefer.
Yeah, Lisa, that's pretty ideal. That's perfect landing zone. Alexis, nearly identical. I think they'll be right next to each other. And I flipped this one over just a little too much.
What's it like over there on that left side? It's kind of jail, right? You can't like access the pin from...
Yeah, I'm actually so far up that I really don't have a great line. Alexis has a great line. Would have loved to see a little bit more height there, but she's putting for her birdie. See if Lisa can make the correction. Also leaves that one a little bit low, but she scoots up to just outside of circle 1. And then Owen's actually far enough back still that she's got this hyzer line.
Oh, just inside. Sit. Oh, that was almost worst case.
That could have been disaster. And I'm up. I have just this skinny little line to try and chuck a forehand up there. Yeah, but unfortunately I couldn't give it the height and the power from that stance.
So, Owen able to get some footing here. And with that, Alexis is going to have a 35-footer to go back up one. First, here's Lisa.
Oh, they're right next to each other. For 2 shots in a row, right next to each other.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny. Just a little low off the cage.
It's on line, just a little low. We're going to remain tied.
Yeah, it's tough to have the legs to give it that putt after walking up that big hill.
No,
and
don't roll.
yeah, I was just a little off to the right side. I think maybe the first circle 1 miss I've had since Friday.
Wow.
So unfortunate timing.
It's a good stretch.
Yeah, unfortunate to take another bogey stroke there.
Just 3 holes remain.
Man, this battle is heating up, and Cat Merch is only 4 back.
Wow, she's 8 on the round with 3 holes to play. She has a chance to take the new course record.
Yeah. Hole 16, par 3, 231 feet. You'll see a lot of people kind of taking this flex sidearm route where the drone is flying. There's also a backhand, either late flip or kind of flex route. Either way, you got to pick a side and then try to work your way up to this wood chippy green. Kind of a must get, but it does have some teeth. We'll see Owen go into that flex sidearm. Shocker.
Oh crap.
Talking to her disc a little bit. Yeah, Lisa catching a late tree there. She'll have a circle 2 bid.
Wonderful.
Owen calling for the ace. Really nice shot by Alexis. Yeah, I just kind of aimed this one a little bit too far left, but I'm lucky to get through some trees.
Yeah, it flew for a while through those.
Yeah,
trees.
very fortunate there. That could have easily kicked left and left me in a really bad spot. Lisa, what a good putt. That's so uphill. Easy birdie. Alexis even easier. Just a little drop in. All right, and the tie will carry into hole 17. We've got a par 4, 454 feet. A couple of options here. You'll see some players throwing like a flex or a flip up sidearm, trying to take that left gap. Kind of the more open gap is this right side. You want to just kind of miss this middle grouping of trees. You'll most likely hit something eventually though, and you'll just kind of have to scramble your way down to this very tricky green. Again, speed control is the name of the game. If you land anywhere within about 10 feet of this basket on any kind of angle, you are almost certainly going to roll down the hill.
Oh, this is such an unpredictable hole. Big moment in the tournament right here.
And flexing the same disc she just threw on the last hole.
Oh,
Where's that going?
that's favorable roll right there. Edge of circle 2, Holland.
Wow. I mean, that's what you're trying to do when you throw that sidearm line. There's that white kind of barkless tree that Lisa's passing on the right just now. If you can miss that and miss a couple other trees, you're in prime position. Alexis.
That's perfect.
Perfect. Doesn't get the roll that Owen got, but basically in the same spot.
Oh, same disc as yesterday?
Yeah, same disc as yesterday. And I just early release it.
Why are trees?
Why are trees, as the wise Nate Sexton once asked.
Oh, look at this.
Yep, making the cameraman dodge. So that's what happened. I thought I sailed it past, but got down there and found myself just on the edge of the circle.
Yeah, I got to duck that one in person. That was a pretty cool moment, seeing that disc just laser at us. No! Alexis rolls down into the ditch.
Yeah, this green's so hard. You cannot come into it on any angle. We see Lisa trying to give it a little more ante out of the hand to control the speed. And she stays up on the wood chips.
And Owen is only like 70 feet out. She's just going to lay this up.
Yep. And she keeps it nice and wide to the right so she doesn't get that curl down the hill.
Alexis going to have to make a putt. You're up first. Have to straddle out for this one.
Yeah, finally connect on one of those circle's edge putts. Been all over the basket all day, and I guess it took having a non-ideal stance to finally make one.
Yeah, great pace control as well.
Yeah, very happy with that birdie save.
And Alexis, she finds it on the left side.
Man, her putting today is so good. Her and Owen both. I mean, how many times today has one of them been parked and the other one's in circle 2 and they just jam it?
Yeah, been a good day on the green.
Yeah, so cool to watch.
And we are tied heading into the final hole.
Yeah, lead card will walk away with a star frame.
Yeah, she made the putt. Yeah, good hole.
All right, it is coming down to the wire. Hole 18, one of the best hole 18s on the Pro Tour. You got to throw a downhill gap shot. We do have OB short and left. You want to land it here out in the open, trying to get as much distance as you can without going OB long. For your second shot, you can go the safe route where the drone is flying currently, but most players are going to go over the creek and try to land something right about here. The further through these trees you can manage to filter, you'll give yourself an easier little pitch across the creek one more time to have a look at the birdie. Owen peers the gap. She's off on the right side.
Yeah, somewhat conservative.
Yeah, not a bad play at all. The last thing you want to do is hit something early or trickle OB left.
This is pretty.
Yeah, Lisa nailed that. That is the exact perfect spot.
Is this putter?
I'm not sure
Or
if
is
that
it
is
that
her
buzz
Luna
again?
or if that's her Buzz again. I think they might be the same color.
Oh, it's overturned.
Oh, no.
No, into the creek. No way, that's out of bounds.
Yeah, and so early. I mean, that's like the earliest you can go out of bounds. It's like impossible to save a par from there.
And that's ideal with the Fierce.
Yeah, going that late flip putter. No chance of fading out there. Yeah, and Alexis still hasn't crossed the creek for the first time. She has nothing but this zone pitch up. And Owen kind of has the green light to play conservative here. I mean, she knows Alexis isn't going to get up and down for the birdie unless she somehow throws in.
And that's a big shot. She's moving well up the fairway. Staying on that right side.
Yeah, not challenging the creek at all. Alexis probably just going to try to finish out the hole as normal. She's a little short of the ideal landing zone. It's going to be really tricky to progress to the green from there. Lisa. No. Overturns it because she's a little scared of the creek. Kicks into the creek.
And can't operate off fear, can you?
Yeah, and I'm going a little turnover Athena.
Joe. No, it didn't.
I did not think that was possible with that disc from there. Yeah, generally it's about between 300 and 350 feet. I've got a pretty wide margin for error, but yeah, just trickled that one long.
What a shot from Lisa.
That's insane.
That's so
It's so
nasty.
hard.
Is that for?
That's for her bird? No, that's to save her
That's
par
to
because she
save
has the
par.
OB stroke.
But what about her overall positioning with Cat Merch in that? If Lisa can make that putt, that's to tie Cat at third place. What shot from Lisa?
Alexis has to go for it at this point, but smacks that tree.
That's kind of gonna do it, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean at this point, Owen was in bounds. She was very close to the OB line, but she is safe. Yeah, as we see, the right side is the inbounds.
Wow, so that's safe.
You guys take it perpendicular because that would be line.
Oh, you mean like this?
Yeah.
Okay. I think
Because you're not actually OB. Yeah, you have to go. You have to go on this line. Yeah, right there, good.
Wow, that's a close call.
Yeah, definitely. And though, at least a good inch of the disc was inside the white line. And she's just got an easy jump putt approach to lay up for the win.
That is it. What a battle. What a performance by Alexis. And Owen is going to come out on top.
Yeah, I mean,
Trying to toss that one in.
yeah, I didn't quite trust it directly at the basket. But, we're in. We're over. And Alexis to secure second place. Double bogey. But man, she put up such a good fight. She was with Owen the whole way, actually leading for a good chunk until the very end there.
Yeah, it really felt like her tournament.
Mm-hmm. Just unfortunate mishap off the tee on the final hole. And that's the drama that this whole 18 creates, you know? You got lots of opportunity for stroke swings, and you got to hand it to Owen for keeping cool and executing really high probability shots.
Yeah, Owen's going to go 5 down on the back 9 here.
Can you believe that Even won this tournament last year?
Yeah, I think that this is the very first year, Holland, that FPO has even been under par.
Yeah, they did shorten a few holes, but they didn't make them that much easier. I would say it's only maybe 3 or 4 strokes easier. Owen just annihilated this course.
Yeah, the level of golf was high this weekend. I mean, this card separated themselves from the rest of the field even.
Oh, thank you so much.
And Owen is really an inspiration. I mean, she
Thank you.
She won 2 majors this year in the Masters division. And now she
Yeah.
just won on the tour.
And I mean, with the number of times she's been on the podium, she's the second highest rated female in the world. It's only a matter of time before she wins something really big on the Pro Tour. And we got a couple of wooded tracks coming up. I think that's prime opportunity for her.
Great drive.
Oh,
Owen
thank you.
is a national treasure.
Finally.
No doubt.
Working so hard.
Disc Golf is lucky to have her. And look at that. Just 1 down on the front and bogey free the whole round. 6 under was enough to do it. And what a performance from Alexis Mandujano. Probably one of the better performances of her career, just as far as the exposure that she got playing on the live. And
I would say
just
so.
That scorching hot 1031 rated round, second highest rated round of the year.
Yep, and her sister Valerie sneaking up into a tie for 5th place, shooting a 2 down.
Yeah, it was another good week of disc golf. And Holland, good to work with you again here on the Central Coast.
Yeah, until next time.
And Holland, where can they find you over on Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram's the best place to find me. It's Halls_17, HOLLS 1_17.
Yeah, Holland's doing a lot of form check videos, a lot of fun stuff over there. And you can find me at Perks of Disc Golf. And we will see you guys next week. We're going to Ledgestone.